too.
Puerto Rico was pretty cheap though.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't any more expensive than shit is out here. If not, it was a little bit cheaper. But it's nice because it's all U.S., so it's the same money and all that.
Oh,
you didn't have to worry about like conversion rates and stuff or a passport or anything like that. It was just super easy to travel. We were gonna do California, and then I think it was only like $500 more to do the flight and the hotel room in Puerto Rico. Yeah, because the hotel, like the place we were gonna stay in California, is so expensive, and the hotels in Puerto Rico, it's like $70 a night instead of like 200 or 300. Awesome. So that extra money we just put towards a plane ticket.
That's really cool.
Fucking Yuki's, my girlfriend's family is from Cali, so
nice.
we went there like twice, and just like, oh my god, everything was so goddamn expensive.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Like we got a good discount on the hotel just because we used Groupon.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like that didn't destroy the budget, but like we ended up deciding, we were just like, yo, let's stay for like 1 or 2 more days.
How long did you stay in total?
So we ended up staying for a week.
Nice.
And we were originally just gonna stay for 5 days. The Groupon was for 5 days, and it was like $70 per night. And then we were just like, yo, let's extend it out this stay. And since it wasn't under the Groupon, they were just like, oh yeah, you can do it. $200 a night though.
Shit.
Oh.
And then like going, because you're going out and eat and every day.
Yep.
Gas?
Breakfast,
like gas in California?
Straight up, like that first Cali trip we took, like Groupon saved my life because
that's
like
cool.
Anytime that because it was just like, yo, we're on vacation, like we still want to like treat ourselves.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's just like, we would still go out to eat, but it's just like, I'm looking at that like $10, $40 worth of stuff for $10 Groupon, like.
That's funny.
Like you still get the same tip that you would have gotten beforehand. Don't you worry, but I'm just not gonna spend that money.
I'm not gonna die afterwards.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look at my bank account and hate myself.
I'm not gonna walk back to Arizona hating myself.
Yeah, dude. Just saying. Trying to live a life outside of California too.
Yeah. Last time I was there, we were at some random dude's house, and he was saying that it was like his house was probably like not even a third of your house. And I actually think it was like an apartment or some shit like that. He was paying like $1,400 a month, dude. And I was like, bro, that's crazy.
Bro.
Yeah. That'll get you a nice ass like space here, you know?
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah.
Like I could not live there. Like
I want to, but no, I couldn't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
bro, this room, like, we could transplant this to Cali and charge like $1,000.
Yeah,
seriously.
Easily.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a single studio like apartment.
San Francisco is the highest, home living expenses in the country. Yeah, like,
did you know there's like shit
or maybe
everywhere
even
there?
the world? Yeah, it's higher than New York now. San Francisco, like rental costs and shit.
Yeah. Did you hear about all the shit there?
Oh yeah, they have the app.
The shit app. Dude.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's fucking.
Yeah, apparently there's just human shit like all over the city.
They have these giant homeless population because their rent is so expensive. So the people who have lived there for fucking ever, who are just like living in the streets now, and they're just they have to poop.
Right. Like us.
Everybody poops.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, so they have like this app to let you know like where all the major poop spots are,
and
so
it's
you
just
can
like
avoid
brown
them.
in a certain area and shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
that's crazy.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Imagine having a problem so bad you need to make an app for it. Like,
bro, like it's taking the Pokemon. Like I feel like
it's so crazy.
It's actually just like.
It's like, what is this, 15th century London? Like,
yeah, seriously.
Watch your head, love.
Yeah.
Out the window.
Get out of my alleyway.
Yeah. Shit.
Man.
Oh my god, I'm speechless. I'm goddamn speechless. That's
Where's the weirdest place you guys have taken a shit?
Dude, I've pooped in some fucked up bathrooms, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just like
Joe's Grotto, right?
No, even worse. Joe's Grotto is nice compared to some
amateur hours.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Joe's Grotto is pretty bad.
It's very bad.
It's fucking.
It's
so
a venue
bad.
in Arizona.
I just don't
very
like
bad.
talking about that venue.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's just a bad place.
Yeah. It's not around anymore, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of the
Might
fucking
as well
good
not
place. And Eddie, don't forget to bleep that part out for me. If he plays shows.
What are we gonna do? Not get booked at Joe's Grotto?
I don't know. I guess you're doing yourself a favor.
I'm gonna do okay.
How does that work for you guys? Do you guys book your own shows, or do you guys have a lady or guy?
We usually go through Kim,
Okay.
13th floor.
Possible.
Hell
Impossible.
Yeah, she's awesome. So,
Kim is fucking awesome.
yeah, if there's
heard.
I mean, we try not to be dicks about it, but if there's a show that comes through like that we really want to play, we'll get on it.
Nice.
But, yeah, we
They
kind
got
of
that clout.
yeah, we kind
Yeah,
of
the
calm
Kim
down
Clout.
on it though because we don't want to be like that band like anytime
Like playing shows or asking?
Yeah, playing shows in general. We don't
Okay.
because we're only gonna play shows that we want to play, but we don't want to be the band where like any time a big death metal band comes through, like Lago's on the bill.
Nah,
or,
use
you
that
know.
clout.
Honestly, yeah. That's. I mean,
What? Use it.
Oh, well, I mean, we did like for this next like Immolation show.
Yeah.
Dude, because fucking that's like my favorite band.
That's
so
cool.
stuff like that, like we have to do everything we can to get on that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, because we were talking beforehand, and I was saying like, I honestly don't go to that many shows anymore. So like, for me to go to
Same.
a show, it needs to be like
Worth it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because that's why I do music shit on the side, because like I don't enjoy going, like I don't want to necessarily go out all the time anymore.
Right.
So it's just like I still want to kind of do music shit and want to support, but I don't want to be out there. So
Sweating balls all night.
yeah, dude. So it's just like I want to see my friends' bands on as many good shows as possible, so that like
Yeah, that's true.
I don't have to go to that many shows
Yeah.
that I don't want to be at.
Also, it's like I don't know, just as an outsider, but like if other people could do that, they would do that. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Joe's Grotto.
So are you guys still writing your new album? Or
Oh yeah,
what's the process
we're
with that?
fucking knee deep in the first song right now.
In the first song, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, it'll get there though. We're starting to, instead of like writing all together, we're kind of doing it separately.
Oh,
Which
really?
is
Okay.
actually a lot easier. So like they're
Is that
just
hard for
sending-
you? Like doing
No,
drums?
I learned how to program drums.
Oh,
and-
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
That's
Dude,
what Andre
yeah.
does a lot.
I know.
Yeah, you had a taste of it with
that's why
Andre,
I
right?
felt like I'm fucking Andre.
yeah.
Doing it. I was like,
I'm from
"Sound
London. I'm from London.
Hello, mate.
And a crash hit and a ride hit.
Oh, you do, you did, you don't.
Paradiddle, paradiddle.
You guys.
Blasty blast.
Those are exactly things I say all the time, constantly.
Dude, your girlfriend must hate you.
You know, 'cause I'm just like, paradiddle.
Toodle dee with a cup of tea, my love.
Yeah. Do you do your British accent? Like, do you just like talk normal in front of Yuki?
So honestly, my accent at this point only comes back out when I talk to my parents.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Have you gotten drunk to the point where,
So
like, recently? Because apparently it comes out when he's really drunk.
yeah,
Apparently. I've never heard it, but apparently. Could you imagine?
I can just see like fucking walking. He's like in the bathroom puking, right?
Yeah.
You going, Andre? You okay? Go! Fucking cunt!
He's
I
asking
mean-
my day.
you're not wrong. So, dude, like, yeah, that's what would happen. Like, I would. So when I first moved
Shit.
here, like, kids were dicks. So I taught myself how to speak with an American accent.
Yeah.
Worst
like,
mistake you've ever made.
Yeah. Oh no, hands down. I know.
Yeah, your
But,
YouTube game would be so much better.
Right? Jesus. But like, I taught myself how to speak with an American accent.
Real quick, side note: when you started learning your American accent, did you find like a specific dialect, or were you like trying everything? You were like,
No, it was just like I would emulate. So it was the Arizona.
oh, really? Like
yeah,
whatever was around you?
like-
That's what people
Interesting.
Yeah.
sounded like around you. It wasn't from like movies or anything.
No, it was just like listening to people in
It's like little John
not
Wayne.
all-
If I just watch Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, just comes out with an Austrian accent.
Like, fuck
Oh, you're
guys,
weird
really
now.
fuck this up.
yeah.
I am an American. It is nice to see you.
Watch your cinema.
But yeah, I like taught myself how to speak with an American accent.
Yeah.
And so at one point, it was like if I wasn't paying attention, it would slip out. And whenever I talked to my parents, it goes back. And then when I would get drunk, I just couldn't help it. At this point, like it doesn't happen as much when I get drunk. But then again, I don't get drunk enough to the point where, like, because that's the
It's a
thing.
normal
Like,
thing.
I end up passing out before I get drunk enough to be like.
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
drunk.
Okay.
So like, I can't hang anymore. So it's just like I don't know if it happens anymore because I don't survive to that point.
You don't black out anymore.
Yeah, dude. Like I'm passed out. Dude.
You just hibernate
like,
before you get to
I'm
that
an old
point.
man now.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's crazy. Was it weird? Like, did your parents think it was weird when you were speaking with a different accent? Like all of a sudden?
I don't. Okay, so I don't remember as much, but I know that like they would laugh at me every now and again when like I would slip going back and forth between accents.
Yeah. Parents are assholes that way, dude. Fuck it. My brother, like, he didn't, like, because there's 3 of us, me, and I'm the oldest, and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, my brother, like, he was the only one that didn't learn to speak Spanish that well because they would, like, laugh at him about, like, when he would try shit. It's like, bro, he doesn't know a language now because you guys, like, thought it was funny. So, good for you. Check on his, yeah.
Did you find that your parents loved you less after you stopped talking in a British accent? Because I was thinking,
stop getting cookies.
Because like me and my wife, we don't want kids. But I was thinking if ever I did like come to the point in my life that I did want a kid, I'd move to England and have the kid there, and then have him spend his formative years there. So I have a cute little British kid.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
just make your own British kid.
Because like. They come there like, hello, daddy. Can I have a treat or whatever?
Can I play drums, daddy?
Yeah, they're like, oh, of course.
You're gonna have to dedicate a good 10 years.
Okay.
Like,
to the kid or to the
to staying in England.
I got 10 years to spend on an accent.
For a bit.
I'm just saying, I moved when I was out, and then it's iffy still because I moved when I was 11, but I consciously made the effort to get rid of mine. But my brother just straight up didn't get a British accent.
You could have been an actor.
I could have done so many things if I had my accent still.
You know how many British people get roles, American roles?
Yeah.
Is that
new
true?
Spider-Man? Dude.
Yeah, but he's got an English accent, like an American accent.
No, he has an American accent.
But he's British. So he can still get those parts.
I mean, I could still move back and probably get my accent
No,
back.
They only hire British guys to do American roles now.
He's British! What are you talking about?
Michael Fassbender.
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
He's gonna back up this point, dude.
Michael Fast.
Bro, you didn't think this point had substance.
Well,
on the table.
Yeah, I guess. Didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's definitely been popular. Christian Bale, he's Australian, but it still counts, okay?
Hey, nope, we are not Australians.
They all got funky accents. Now, so can you tell the difference between different dialects in England, like Wales and fucking like a London accent?
Ireland.
Okay. See, that's why I get funky because I get Wales and Irish mixed up, and then I get Australian and New Zealand accents mixed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, easy way to tell Irish and Welsh is if you can hear English, but you can't quite tell what it is, like what accent it is, it's Irish.
Okay.
If you hear something and it's just kind of inaudible, it's Welsh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No offense to Welsh people, it's kind of like a word jumble.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like playing that sometimes, like finding clips of people with fucked up accents and trying to figure out what they're saying.
Yeah.
Just like YouTube.
Yeah. There was one guy. I just saw a clip of some Irish guy in a bar, and he was like famous for having like the most fucked up accent.
Seriously?
Yeah. And it's just like so impossible. Like it was another Irish guy going to interview him. And he's like, they were interviewing because his accent's so fucked up. Like the guy interviewing him could understand him, but he was like completely inaudible. It was insane.
Wow, that's so weird.
Dude, I don't know if I already told this story, but fucking, I don't know why this reminds me, but fucking getting off the plane in Jamaica and like walking through in the airport. And I remember seeing this white dude, and like he's just walking and he's talking on his cell phone, and then I hear his voice and he's talking with a Jamaican accent, like full on Jamaican accent. I'm just like, yo, what? Like that doesn't make sense.
Call the police.
Holy shit!
Like that's tripping me out. What?
Crazy.
But yeah, that they exist.
Oh man, that'd be fun. Work with that.
Like it wasn't fake. This was the real deal. This man was probably born and raised in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're just a big reggae fan.
Yeah, I'm out here following fish, man.
Pretty into Peter Tosh, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I didn't know like boomba clout was like a bad word.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Isn't
like
that
a fucking like a slur.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like for fucking like cotton candy or something.
No, it's
Nope.
like
What am I
you
thinking?
say that to like something you're not into. You're like this boomba clout.
Nope.
Yeah, say it.
I said that as a kid once and fucking almost got hit. Like,
Oh really?
Yeah.
By parents?
Oh,
or?
shit.
Nice.
That's
Fucking-
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Did you guys have like rebellious like teen years or whatever like with your parents?
Oh.
It's a big reaction. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, well, like my mom was like
Yeah.
super chill, and I even pushed that. Like,
Yeah?
I was a terrible.
Well, because your mom's a drummer
Yeah.
too, right? Like she's been doing.
No,
music.
she plays guitar.
Oh, she plays guitar. That's
Mhm.
right. But she's
Yeah.
been playing like your whole life, right?
Yeah, since I
And
was
still,
a
like
kid.
you, were
Yeah,
you like,
she's-
I'm fucking playing the piano more, and I don't care what you say.
no, she
I'm
always
blocking
wanted
out.
me- It was more like she like knew I was like doing bad stuff, but like
Okay.
I would try and like hide it. Like that's how I got to go to shows all the time when I was a kid, because I told
Okay.
my mom that everyone was straight edge. I'm like, Mom, they're all
Ah,
straight
nice,
edge.
nice.
So like,
I
it's,
swear, Mom.
yeah. So that was the thing. I'm like, no, it's a really good environment for me. You know?
It's almost like I'm at church, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how I like got into the music scene, is because my mom let me go to shows like
Oh, cool.
all the time, and like freshman year and
Would she
sophomore
pay for
year.
it?
She'd give me rides too, but I'd have to find a ride home.
Who paid for it?
I don't know. I'd like. It's usually like
The
there was a
SMD, get
change
your way
jar that my mom had in the laundry room, and
What the
I'd
fuck?
tap into that every now and again.
He
For
said he was rebellious.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy shit like that.
So you're just like walking up to the door with like a sock of change. You're like,
No, Coinstar, man.
touche.
Get up early around
Yeah.
fucking 12:30. Hit up that Coinstar.
Hell yeah.
Maybe even save enough for a quarter pounder meal at McDonald's down the
Yeah,
street.
dude.
I remember
Hell yeah.
that struggle, dude. Fucking,
Mhm.
oh.
I remember
God.
yesterday, bro.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's funny too, because I'll find myself in like rough patches, like on a rough month or something,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
doing the same things I did when I was a teenager to scrounge
Feel
for
like a little
money.
kid.
You know? Because now you experienced that, and it's not that bad anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks, but like you've been through worse.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know you're having a hard time when you're like on an article that's top 10 ways to make money quick.
Yeah. You're just sifting through the ads and
on
shit.
fucking
Yeah.
BuzzFeed or some
Yeah.
shit.
I know about plasma.
Bro, I swear I can't donate more plasma.
I don't have any more quarters to roll.
I'm scrolling as my plasma's being taken.
Oh shit,
Dude, yeah, that's crazy. I've never donated plasma, but I've been so fucking close.
I've been
a lot of
hella
times.
close too.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
surprised I never have.
Me too.
I think
like,
it was just too much of a thing, and I was just like,
yeah, that's what it is. Because it takes like there's like a process to start doing it, right?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
and that's- I'm just
I've
like,
never
ugh.
donated plasma.
I used to be
Like,
horrified of needles, so fuck that.
Oh, really?
yeah,
Shit.
it wasn't even that for
Huh.
me. I just never did it, and I don't know why. That's actually super surprising to me now.
Yeah, same.
Looking back
Go
on it.
donate plasma.
Let's
bro.
give it a shot next week. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
let's go film the podcast while we. Get
I'm
our
down,
plasma
dude.
drawn.
I'm so
Yeah.
down.
Well, there we go. Ideas.
Just record on the phone. Like, get like an audio
We
mic.
should do that with a bunch of different like medical stuff. Get
Dude,
dialysis.
hell yeah. There's actually like a
Go through
fucking
chemo podcast.
Hey, can I have some of that cancer real quick?
Yeah, we can infect ourselves with anthrax real quick, and
my favorite band.
A couple tracheotomies with the boys.
You can do it with a pen, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, I've always thought about, you know how like on movies, like if you're like choking or whatever, you gotta like go for it. Have you ever seen that?
Oh,
Would
yeah.
you be able to do that?
To somebody?
No, to yourself. Like if
To-
you had to like survive.
I haven't seen somebody do it to themselves in a movie.
Really?
No.
I forgot what movie I saw that.
Maybe.
I think it was like a Saw or some shit like that.
That could be it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she had
could
like
not do that.
no.
I would not be able to do that.
Dude, you're not gonna
I'm
survive.
joking. No, dude.
Yeah.
Really? You're just
No,
gonna die?
I would choke to death
You would
before I
rather- what the
stab
fuck,
myself.
dude?
with a
I
sword.
gotta
would
go.
throw myself on a chair, maybe. I don't know.
No. Like, okay, like say somebody's got like a bag over your head or something.
Yeah.
And they like left you like in a room, right? But you reach in your pocket and you find a pen. Would you choke yourself? I just realized you
So,
could just stab the bag.
If I was in a specific life-threatening situation,
I guess I would die.
Yeah, right.
I would do
I'm
the
like,
crazier thing. It's like the keys are right here. I'm gonna stab my fucking throat with them and survive.
This'll save my life.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll live to tell this tale.
It's like you're not supposed to stab into your jugular, man.
Officer, I didn't know that you could just. I just.
as he's sitting in the ER
Yeah.
for a sore throat.
In the ER, yeah. Dude, I heard somebody in an ER. I heard a doctor like snap somebody's arm.
Oh,
Yeah, because there was this guy, right? I was in an emergency room because I used to work in a hospital, and this guy, yeah, terrible, the worst fucking 6 years of my life.
You worked in a hospital for 6 entire years?
Yeah,
Shit, we'll get back to this. Finish your
worst
story.
time of my life.
Jesus.
So I'm in the ER, right? Because I used to move patients. Like I would take them to go get an X-ray or like go to the room or whatever. I'm sitting in the fucking ER, and I work nights. And there was this crazy dude, and he was like yelling at everybody in the ER room and shit. He started spouting off about like God and shit, like real crazy stuff, like So like the security people were trying to like strap him down with like leather straps that they use or whatever. And this doctor who was like fucking like almost, I swear to God, he must have been like 7 foot tall. He was the most handsome dude
Fuck yeah.
in the whole ER.
I'm already boned up thinking about him.
ER
Same. A doctor. But anyway, so he was tall as fuck, right? And so like he's freaking out and shit, and everybody's trying to hold him down so that they can like strap the shit on him. And I swear to God, I saw him like leaning over the thing, and he's like holding him down, and I was like far, like where that door is. I was like, no, it must have been like, imagine like from here to the couch.
Okay.
Right, which is far. You guys can't see, so it's like far, right? I'm like way back here, and it was just, everything went silent and just like the bone. You could hear the bone, dude. It was the craziest. I still like I'll never forget what that sounded.
You just
like.
did it in the hallway?
Well, no, he was in the ER, like in the ER, like
okay.
fucking
He was
cubby,
in that room.
whatever they call it, the rooms.
That would be
Cubbies.
crazy if you just did it in the hallway.
Yeah, seriously.
Bro.
No, but it was like he was surrounded by people, and just I remember this doctor breaking it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm suing you, you fucking." Yeah, it's so crazy. He just like walked away. He was like, "Man, that sucked."
Wait, so his arm wasn't broken before?
No, he was there for something totally different. Like he was just like.
I thought you meant
out.
like the doctor was breaking it back into place.
No. They were trying to strap him down to the fucking thing, and so they were holding him down, and in the process,
that's so much worse.
Yeah, I think he must have like leveraged incorrectly or something. But like, yeah, they were trying to like strap him down, and he just, he snapped his shit.
Bro,
dude. Yeah.
I thought the same thing as you. I thought like they snapped it back into place.
No, they
Yeah.
fucked his shit up. Yeah,
Dude,
No.
that's like against the Hippocratic Oath, or
Yeah,
I
that's
guess,
like,
yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
malpractice or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
A
no.
lawsuit.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. I don't know what happened to that guy, the doctor.
Jesus. Well,
But
yeah, he probably didn't sue. I mean,
I saw him a lot after that, so I mean, and like I
Yeah.
said, dude was crazy. So I don't know what the fuck.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they were probably just like, yeah, he came in like that.
he went to the bathroom and came out with
Bro,
a
we
fucked
found
up
him like
arm.
that.
Yeah.
He's been talking all kinds of crazy stuff.
Something about God.
I wouldn't listen to much of what he said.
God
had-
snapped his arm.
He had stigmata for a second. Yeah, man, but that was the craziest shit.
Dude, that's crazy. And then you worked at Fascinations.
Yo.
Yeah.
Dude, if they could find a way to incorporate a hospital and Fascinations.
And they can. There's a lot of shit in the hospital.
So I
You
was
jack
thinking
off
about
with
this
it.
recently though. If I could make my current wage working at Fascinations,
Oh, yeah.
I would do it. Like, I would go back and do it. Like that job, I 100%. It was fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the few jobs where I can sit down and say, like, yo, that job was actually fun. Like, it would suck being like almost 30, like working at Fascinations.
I bet, dude. And I'm sure people do that. Like,
yeah. No,
yeah.
there are.
Yeah,
There are.
You get that management position.
If I was
not giving that up for nothing.
But yeah, if I was making good money and like I wouldn't give a shit. It's a fun ass job. Like
yeah, true. Then you had to take returns, right?
Yeah,
Dude.
I know where this is going.
Yeah.
I will tell this story.
All right. Sweet.
All right.
Have you heard this story, the return story?
I already know where it's going, but
no, you don't. I bet you don't, bro. I fucking bet you don't.
You think you do, but you
You're close.
Right. If it's not an inflatable sheep, then I was wrong.
So,
we gotta target that to ISIS, I think.
Yeah. Jesus.
So this chick, she bikes up.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't remember this part.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna tell the full story.
Go for it.
So that I can refer people to this podcast episode so I never have to tell it again.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, honestly.
I'll tell the full ass story.
Wait,
should we
have interesting stories about work and you're like, here,
Yeah,
here, your phone away.
Timestamp 3206.
Should we get into one of these claws before he gets too deep?
True, yeah. Okay, so me and Neil have never had White Claws before. We're going to taste them live
I'm
on
having the natural lime.
air.
Okay, so
what's the best
what
flavor?
are the different flavors?
Yeah, what you got?
What did the memes
I got a variety
say?
pack.
Ruby grape? No, not grapefruit.
Ooh, if you don't want it, I want it.
You're gonna go for grapefruit?
I like grapefruit.
I want that black cherry.
I'm gonna hit up here's a black
What is
cherry.
that?
There's a mango, right?
I don't want this now.
Jesus.
What else is there? I just
You're
bought it. I didn't look at
goddamn
the. There's 5? Okay.
No, I said
another
you are
black
fine.
cherry.
Oh,
You want a black cherry?
Yeah, cherry.
I think there's a mango one. I want to try a mango.
Let me know how that mango is. I'll try that shit later. Sorry, me.
No, there's
I'm gonna
just
be
red.
upset at myself that I hit the mic.
There's not a mango.
There is a mango flavor, but I don't know if it's in the
All right,
pack.
I'm gonna try a recipe.
So
Can we technically upload this to like YouTube and be like White Claw unboxing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Could that be a thing?
I don't know. Can you even drink on YouTube, dude? I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, you can.
You can?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never heard of.
We're not
anybody.
advertising. You shouldn't drink, but we're gonna. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen. You shouldn't do it.
Right.
All right.
We gonna do it
Cheers.
though.
Cheers, bro. Good to see you.
Dude.
Since we haven't talked about it at all, me, Neil, and Andre were all in a band at the same time, and then we're not now, and that's how we know each other. What's that?
Oh yes, that is the thing.
Yeah, so we've known each other for a long time. Try a beer together.
I almost thought we had all of the flavors, but
Is it alcohol?
I like that, dude. That's nice.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, it doesn't taste. Oh wait, there's an after flavor. It's like like when you've had it. You know when you left a Dr Pepper out in the sun and it gets like there's like a film on the can.
Yeah.
It's like a liquid. That's what it tastes like.
bro, oh my god, yes,
Is that-
yeah, that is so accurate.
Yeah.
I think it's specifically.
It's not a
the
bad
black-
flavor.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
these aren't too bad.
It's specifically the black cherry. The natural lime wasn't like it didn't really have too much of an aftertaste.
I mean, I'm gonna drink it. I'll drink anything, but it's we can meet.
It's a little bit sweeter than I thought it was gonna be. So
Yeah.
it's not. There is a little bit of sugar in it.
right.
Overall,
Mm-hmm.
give it a 6 out of 10.
That's weird.
I would give this a. If it's around, I'll drink it. Out of fuck yes, pass me that.
I give it
It's not bad.
2
yeah,
guys,
it's
1
not too
approval.
bad.
Yeah.
I
Two
feel
guys,
like-
one approval.
I feel like I'm in the know now. At least.
I can read memes now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That last one tasted like a fucking Capri Sun, like a fizzy Capri Sun.
Mm.
That last sip.
Oh, so
Yes. Okay. Here we go.
Go. Ladies.
So, now for reference, the timestamp is moved to 35:25 or whatever it is
We
for
talking
anybody that I'm giving this to, so I can give them the story.
Okay.
So timestamp's moved, but she bikes up. She bikes up,
Right.
and this is probably midsummer, so kind of weird that she's biking at this point.
Is it though? About
It
so
like,
what she's about to do is that the weirdest thing in her day?
well, okay, considering
Depends on what drug she's on.
So considering the story she's biking up to, I'm just like, yo, that's kind of weird right now at this hour of day, whatever. So she walks in and she puts a bag on the counter, and from that bag she takes out 2 cases.
You can smell already.
In these cases are 2 vibrators. We have a return policy. That return policy is that if it is defective, then we will return it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It goes
Company
it
secrets?
goes in a box, and that box is according to OSHA standards that is a very separate place. Like
And the finding
it's,
key.
it's a
Finding.
biohazard.
Yeah.
Literally a biohazard.
Oh, seriously?
So, yeah.
Wow.
No, there's a separate space for that.
Yeah.
So
It's called Andre's trunk.
yes, I make a killing on the black market. But,
Jesus Christ. You probably could.
but yeah, so she walks in, she puts the toys on the table, and she's like, "They're broken. I'm returning them." I was like, "Okay, cool. Let's battery test them." So we just put batteries in, check them to see if they work, and if they don't, cool. If you get the receipt and if it's within a certain time range, cool. So me being a new manager at that point was dumb, and I was like, "Ma'am, do I need to wear gloves before I test this toy?"
Before I lick this toy.
Yeah.
So, because I'm about to pick it up, and she's like, "No, you do not." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I test the first one, and like everything is fine, and like the toy doesn't work. Put it back down, put it in the case, and okay, returning that one. So I test the second one, put the battery in, and as I am letting go of the toy,
The first one?
the second
Second
toy,
one, yeah.
second toy. So I'm letting go of the toy. It sticks to my hands.
That's what you want
And-
at a Fascinations return.
Yeah. Then that record scratch moment.
Yeah.
That was the moment I knew
Wicka,
I fucked
wicka.
up. Yeah. So I look at her and I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Did I need to wear gloves before I touched this toy?"
All past
And
tense.
she's And she's like, "No, you did not. I only used it once." I immediately bolt to the goddamn bathroom, wash my hands under scalding water,
Jesus
and then the
Christ.
moment I get back in outside, I'm just like, "Here's your money. Get the fuck out of my store!" Like
So gross.
Nice.
And like that was on me. Like I didn't wear gloves. But
Yeah.
I didn't literally tell her to get the fuck out of my store. But,
Damn, I could have
You didn't do a lot of things you were supposed to do.
Yeah,
Andre.
always.
yeah,
Gotta gloves
no,
on.
that was on me. That was completely on me. Like I should have worn gloves. And that incident, I always wore gloves after that. Like,
Yeah.
but
I
like,
could have sworn the story involved an old lady.
no, she wasn't. She wasn't
Oh,
old. She was
shit.
around 40. Like,
Okay.
she was mid 40s. There's a story with an older guy.
Nah.
You piqued my interest.
Neil's into 40-year-old guys.
Well, no, this man was about his mid 70s.
Ooh,
He was up there.
so he was young.
You've really piqued my interest now. There we go.
So, older guy walks into the store and he's wearing short shorts and a wife beater.
Yeah.
And
What they call in the business a character.
yes, slightly a character. But a couple of my employees were just like, "Well, we don't feel comfortable with that guy being in the store," and I was like, "I can't
The
kick him
fuck?
out just because he looks real." It was
Yeah,
really
look at this
weird.
weirdo in the porn store. What is he gonna do? What's he trying to do? Jerk off or something with all this porn we're
What do you think he's
selling?
gonna do with the shit that he buys?
Yeah.
Okay, so no, okay.
Kick him out, dude.
Very, very accepting store, but there was something about this dude.
This is a
that was
Christian
like,
establishment.
Yo, like we don't want this dude in the store. And I was like, "Yo,
I've
we
been
can't just like kick him out based off of like how he's dressed."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay," but
Did you have to find a reason?
yeah, you in a situation like that, you would have to find a reason.
Okay.
But the reason arose. It was a deadbolt
Oh, yeah?
hanging out of this man's short shorts.
What does that mean?
This man was gauging his nutsack.
Sick.
What?
Yes, he was stretching.
You don't think
his
it was a
nutsack.
stick?
Dude.
No. We could see the ball.
Oh, shit, dude.
The ball
That's
was hanging
interesting.
out of the short shorts.
So would you have to walk in? Sir, you gotta tuck that in.
Weird.
So, no, I was just like, "Yo, dude, no, you've got to, you just get out."
Picture this.
Like,
So do you think it
But
would
you don't
work
have
like
to.
the
We can look
ears?
it up.
what's up?
You think it would work like the ears? Because I'm picturing like the hole goes through, and then once you stretch it all, the ball stuff's gonna goop out.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah, that's
too.
what
But
you
like,
think.
like
So maybe if you pierce it and then like it has like the skin grows on the inside too, and then it kind of.
Maybe they pierce it and then torch the.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
Getting ideas.
This man, like, he had a deadbolt hanging.
That's nuts, dude. Literally nuts.
Speaking of fucked up genitals, and
go for it.
And the two two guys, one guest.
Right, yeah.
Two girls, one cup.
Right.
Have you guys ever seen the Pain Olympics?
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That was
around the same era.
Yeah. That was a traumatic one for me.
Yeah, there was a lot of interesting videos from around there. Like Blue.
Did you ever see Meat Spin?
Oh yeah, Meat Spin. I used to link it to. I used to go to an online school, and we'd always send it to the guy who ran the school, like the fucking teacher. Like we'd always send it to him.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you guys not know that your names were on that fucking video?
Oh, we didn't care. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Ground me, man?
Yeah, it was like one of those schools where it was like hardly a school. Like you just sat in a room and like did computer work on your own.
Okay.
But like you can leave whenever type thing.
Damn, that's
like,
nice.
Yeah, like I'd go to like Starbucks and get a coffee like at 9 o'clock or something, and just come back and finish my work and like.
Has Starbucks always been around?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, at least since like the 90s, I'd imagine.
Wow. You remember Nirvana, dude?
Yeah, they were from the same town.
Seattle, yeah. There's a connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shit. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, they wrote
So was it like on a laptop or something,
like
or did you have
Teen Spirit? Sorry.
No, yeah. So was it like on a laptop, or did you have like a fucking... like, could you take your laptop to Starbucks and continue school?
No, it was all on a regular computer. And they had laptops back then, but it wasn't on a laptop.
Okay.
Man, I feel old now. I'm coming up on 10 years since I graduated.
Same.
Really? How old are you?
2009 is when I graduated. I'm 28.
Bruh, same.
Yeah.
09.
Yeah.
Really?
See?
I graduated in 2010.
Dude, isn't it crazy? Dude, like people I went to school with are doctors now.
Doctors?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Literally doctors.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did I do?
Gonna get that big break. Yeah, dude. I feel you.
Bro, I got like friends that like went and got like deployed and like they're back home in America now, like working full on careers and like big old jobs and like married and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like just people doing out all these outlandish careers, and I'm just like,
we're just like, I decided to take a decade off after high school.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Still
myself.
feeling it. Yeah. Writing it out, man.
I'm still in Europe, Mom.
Oh, bro.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, the 10-year reunion's gonna be lit.
How does that work? Like, you just wait for
It's
a
not like an official thing anymore, I don't think.
Somebody has to organize it.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
now it's all Facebook. I've already gotten invited to
really?
like the group, like the 10-year reunion Facebook group, and it's just like whoever the fucking school president was or whatever is like organizing
He's like obligated.
it. I'm not
He's
going.
He signed a contract when he joined.
I'm still just like, fuck that. Nah.
Yeah, I'm not going. I didn't like anybody
Why
in
not?
my high school. Well, I
go
liked
to
everybody.
people, right?
I liked everybody at my online high school, but like my main high school that I went to, like for the first couple years, that was like an actual school.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't into it. So like,
What school did you go to?
Moon Valley at
Okay.
first, and then I went to like it was just like an arts online school. They like had like art classes and online classes.
Weird.
Yeah, it was chill though.
Nice.
Yeah, because when I went over there, it's like all my friends that like were in the music scene and shit like went to that school. I had probably like 50, 60 people that I already knew that went to that school. So it was super cool. And then the last year, they were all seniors. And then when they graduated, my senior year was whack. So I just sat and typed on the computer and then went to work after school.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
U-Haul.
Same.
What is that?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Reservations.
Sales and reservations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow,
Sales and
crazy.
reservations.
That little commission.
Dude, that commission was sick.
Yeah.
Dude,
Damn.
I was
wait,
making
you guys
money
worked,
at 16. Yeah.
You worked at a reservation?
No, like, so pretty much people will call. I'm trying to understand the question. I'm just going to skip past it and tell you what we did.
Go for it.
Yeah, they were just.
There's a lot of like Native Americans.
Oh, yeah.
But
You guys are
dude, like we could make actually,
I made good money.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah. I don't.
What
I
were you guys
think
making at the time?
it was. I think it was only $8 an hour when I was working there. But the commission
Inflation,
was
right?
super
Oh, really?
sick.
Yeah.
I think it was like
$3
like $1.25 or $3 for every reservation you make. But if you did good, you could get like 10 reservations an hour. Like it was.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would bring home. I was working like 30 hours, I think, and I was bringing home like probably like I don't know what $900 paychecks.
Yeah,
or something
holy
like
shit,
that.
dude.
Nice.
I did their at home, the at home version.
Sick.
Yeah,
I wanted
dude.
to.
And that was like. That was the reason I originally hated working from home, because it was just like I had the computer like in my room, and so I like at 18.
This is my masturbation station. I can't work here.
I can't work.
Well, dude, yeah, I was like,
Where am I
going to put all the jizz?
Yeah. My socks are gone.
bro,
I have no socks anymore.
I hated
They're
my
so
room.
crusty.
Like,
Did you guys ever put porn on your walls in your room as a kid?
dude, no,
What,
dude.
Is that like a British thing to be outraged?
No, because my parents
You
would
got
walk
cherry.
in and I'd be like,
You just tell them not to look in Spanish.
I remember one time my mom was cleaning my closet out, and I had some like porn that I stole from Barnes and Noble. It was
Oh shit, dude!
It was
Hell
a
yeah.
Playboy,
That's legit.
and I took it into the bathroom. I took the Playboy into the bathroom
At the
and
Barnes and Nobles?
At the Barnes and Noble, I
Not
took
your
it
house.
in the bathroom, not at my house. I took it in the. I rolled it in my pants.
Hell yeah!
And I took it in the bathroom at Barnes and Noble, and then
Somebody's
they have,
watching you the whole
you
time.
know those the things in the potty where they have the paper things that come out and you put them on the toilet seat that go over.
Oh yeah,
And it's like
yeah.
a big metal thing
Nice.
attached
Hell yeah.
to the thing.
The little
I
bibs?
stuck it behind the big metal thing, the Playboy, and then I went back the next day.
Fucking genius, dude.
And
That's
then I
genius.
fucking grabbed the Playboy, rolled it back in my pants, and walked out the store.
Dude, that's so funny.
And I had it in this like manila folder in the back of my closet, like snuffed in the
so
back.
smart. Like,
that is
yeah.
very
Well,
Dude,
You
but
did
my
porn
mom-
right, dude.
My mom was like going through and cleaning my closet one day, and then like
Oh, what is
she
what do Neil's
almost got
taxes
to
look
it,
like?
and then she's like, "Oh, I need to grab something from the kitchen," or she went to the bathroom or something. I went up and I grabbed it, and I threw it in the bottom of the recycling bin. Like,
Dude, nice.
yeah, I was so close.
So she didn't see it?
No, she didn't find it.
Nice,
I
dude.
got rid of it, and then another time I buried some.
Apparently that was the move, dude.
Yeah, like it was also in a manila folder for some reason. I don't know.
You got
I was such a little business boy.
And my porn goes
folders.
here.
It was I had
Classified,
Googled black lesbians, and I had printed off black and white photos, and I had
You were trying to save on toner.
save on toner. I didn't need to get all the different.
No colored, just
didn't
black
need-
and white. I'm gonna help my mom.
But she was also almost. She wasn't cleaning my room, but I just like sensed. I was like, she's gonna find this eventually. And I
Dude,
needed to do
look,
something.
dude, porn
I buried
sense-
like a
porn sense is
3-foot
legit
hole.
thing.
Yeah.
There's porn sense.
Dude,
My parents are in my room.
I
Right
buried
now.
like a 3-foot hole in my backyard, and I dropped the manila folder in there. And she's like, "Why is there like dirt?"
Why was somebody searching for buried treasure in our backyard?
Oh, Mom, I just saw the Goonies, Mom. I swear.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, Neil's in the backyard, just like, argument, bury my treasure.
Yeah, dude, seriously. So did you have to like,
Porn booty.
if you wanted to use
The black
that,
booty.
like, if you wanted to get that
My
shit back,
black
did you have to like
lesbians.
dig it out and then put it back and then refill
No,
the hole?
I tried to find it a couple years later. It is biodegradable, I guess.
It's part of the earth now.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh, God.
That's fucking awesome.
Mother Earth, I bring this to you.
You took her an offer.
Yeah.
Black lesbians for Gaia.
Black lesbians for you.
Dude, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Holy shit.
When I was a kid, we couldn't. We just had DirecTV, so I would catch that channel, catch fucking Real Sex on HBO or whatever everyone.
Yeah, the HBO Real Sex on HBO, the scrambled porn on Cinemax, like when you like would go to like channel 67 when you didn't have cable, like it would kind of get Cinemax a little bit and it'd be all blurry and catch a boob in there.
It's cool even. You just turn into fucking the professor from The Simpsons.
Bro, if I remember correctly, that there was back in England there was a channel that like after a certain point just straight up had softcore porn.
Yeah, fucking HBO.
Like, well, it was basic. It was one of our basic TV channels.
You're talking in England?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's still
England?
a thing. Yeah, it's like basic cable porn. Like
Channel 4. I remember it was our Channel 4. South Park would come on, and then after that would be softcore porn.
Dude, that's like catered to kids, dude. 100%. They're like, we'll hook you up, little
and that's
buddy.
why my parents didn't want me watching South Park, because it like came on so close to the porn.
It was kind of similar, but we didn't get the actual softcore porn. But it was South Park, and then the Girls Gone Wild infomercial.
Dude,
oh yeah,
dude,
oh my god,
good enough.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, the Girls Gone Wild infomercials were so lit.
Hell
dude.
yeah, dude. Fuck
my god,
Bro,
kids will never know.
that was like my first 25 jerk sessions.
Really?
For
Would you think that was the first thing you ever like jerked it to?
Yeah.
100%. Mine was a Lowrider magazine.
Lowrider magazine.
Hell yeah, dude. Because we used to go to the Lowrider super shows, and then we just like started like my dad would have. He was like on the mailing list or whatever. I remember it was like a tire ad, and this chick was like naked on a tire, and I was like, should I masturbate standing, or do you have to lay down?
Bro,
and so I stood by my bookshelf.
I think I did it. My first time I had like a cup of water. It was a warm cup of water, and I just like humped the cup. I'm like, this sucks.
Shut the fuck up! Are you serious?
I'm so serious. I'm like, and then I was like, I had to like wash it out because I'm like, there's all these babies in here. But I didn't come, like, it was, like, before any of that. So, like, I'm just, like, there's tons of babies in this cup right now.
I don't want to get anyone pregnant.
And it was, like, one of those, like, those plastic, like, tumbler cups from back in the day, too.
Yeah.
Like, they don't exist anymore. Like, they had the ridges on the end. Yeah, I remember that pretty clearly. I think I peed in it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's...
So sanitize it.
It's all coming together.
Ejaculating is awesome.
Yeah.
In about 9 months, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember,
I think I did. I sat the cup there for a while.
Did
Too,
you?
to see if,
Let's see
like,
what happens.
any fucking sea monkeys will grow.
Dude. Got your magnifying glass. That's awesome. I mean, honestly though, like, do you think people who ordered sea monkeys were just like, I could just fucking jizz in a cup?
That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, this shit'll grow.
That's genius, dude.
Oh, shit.
I love it.
Because I didn't know how it all worked back then. If you would have told me back then that girls had eggs, I would have been like,
What?
what?
They got
Being
what?
Yeah, sex ed didn't teach me anything.
Dude, same. I don't remember sex ed very well, but like I don't remember specific. I remember watching like a pregnancy video, like them being born, but that's all I remember from sex.
They showed us a fucked up set of balls, a fucked up vagina,
Yeah.
and then like it was like condoms are sweet. And I think that was about it.
Like flavored condoms, yeah.
Bro, we had sex ed, and in 5th grade,
here.
all of the kids at the exact same. We got a very detailed sex ed.
Oh really?
And
oh shit!
You could,
they
they
A to B.
explained.
So you pick up the woman, and then you take the woman to the bar, and then you
Straight up, there was
disgruntled PE coach, and then she's not gonna call you back. So you take some money, and then you look for a woman.
Bro, okay, so during the sex ed class, there was a tangible moment when all of these 5th grade children, myself included, realized our parents had sex.
Oh yeah,
Like,
dude.
Bro,
that's the shittiest
that's
thing.
the level of detail that this sex ed class was.
Damn. So
like,
you guys collectively were like,
there was a collective like, oh.
Did somebody ask? Where they're like, so does that mean I came from?
No, they said that's how your parents made you.
Oh, they said it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucked up.
And then we were just like,
They should just let you find that out on your own.
no, they told us.
That's
and,
rude. Was that in England?
Yeah.
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 Damn, so they had an accent too? Nice. So that's
Bro.
how your mom and So your dad put his shrimp on the barbie.
Bro, I just remember just like going home that day from school and just like,
I'm fine.
You two should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah. I can't watch South Park, but you guys.
Oh man, I remember when the South Park movie came out, and like my mom was like, she rented it, and like I don't think she knew I wanted to watch it.
Oh yeah,
and she rented it. I think we got like 5 minutes in. She's like, "All right, time for bed."
Dude, when I was a kid, my whole family went to go see Old School. We went to go see Old School, and in the you gotta remember, right? My mom is she's older than my dad, and she's from Mexico, so she's like English is a second language and type of shit.
Okay.
The fucking first 5 minutes of the movie is like the dirtiest shit in the world, and she stood up and walked out, and we all had to leave. So I didn't see Old School. I saw Old School for 5 minutes in theater.
My mom took me to go see Scary Movie for my 10th birthday.
Nice.
And dude, it was just like her like covering my eyes the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
She did not know. She thought it was just gonna be a silly movie. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that scene where he's like chainsawing her bush or whatever. The movie's so stupid, man.
oh shit.
That's crazy. That's almost like imagine like a YouTube compilation of like dumb shit, but that's what it was for us. And like, back in the day, it was just a compilation of dumb jokes.
Bro, can you imagine if something like that happened these days, like where
like a scary movie type
like
thing?
a scary movie where it's because like. That's not the first time I've heard somebody say like, "Oh, my parents accidentally took me to a scary movie."
Oh yeah,
like, that movie was advertised that way.
It
seemed like it was.
That's
true.
Like,
that's
was
true.
Advertised
because
that
it was
way.
very surprised. I remember my mom being surprised at how dirty it was.
Yeah, and they used to be able to do that. Just imagine just fucking like doing that these days, 2019, just like advertising a movie like Scary Movie.
Well, have you seen that fucking that new movie Seth Rogen's coming out with like little kids? I think it's like. Bad Boys or some shit like that. Like bad kids. Well, anyways, like the edited commercial of it is like super like tame. Like you're just like, oh, these little kids are going to party and they're learning about kissing. But like the R-rated like trailer is so fucked up, dude.
Awesome.
I saw that shit and I was like, damn, bro, I would not have known this movie was this crazy.
Like that one he did, that sausage party.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wonder how many parents took their kids to that.
They were like, hold up. Yeah.
Dude, I feel like the trailers with that one though, they were direct enough to the point where it's just like, yo, like if you accidentally took your kid to this, then like you're the sort of parent who just hands their kid a laptop and it's like, like because you didn't watch the fucking trailer then, like
damn. So you don't want any kids? Strange segue. But you don't want any kids?
No.
Has that always been like that, or is that like a new thing?
It's just not really. I never really thought about it, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, no, it's not something I'd be interested in. Really? Just because, well, I'm already busy enough. Right. Like, I already feel like I don't get enough time in the day. I can barely feed
myself.
Yeah, I'm like barely hanging in there. Like, I'm not barely hanging in there, but it's like I don't want to have that extra burden. Like, if I want to go, like me and my wife just went to Puerto Rico, you know, if I want to do something like that, then you'd have to bring the kid or find a babysitter for a whole week.
Or leave a lot of food on the ground, and then who knows who's going to get it when you get back.
It's between the babies and the dogs.
That's the worst.
This doesn't seem feasible.
Really?
Like, it's possible. I could see it happening, and then just me being, like, 3 times as stressed out as I am.
Or it could be awesome.
See, I want kids. I just don't want kids yet.
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit that I want to do first, and you're right, dude. That's just like so much extra. Just like, but there's people doing it. Like fucking Cold, like fucking does work.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like I figured eventually if I want one, we could buy one of those like already grown,
Kids.
like maybe like a cute little brown one.
Yeah, go for it, dude. Yeah, I think they're cheaper, right?
They're cheaper, yeah. You get them from like a fucked up situation.
Dude,
take them to my condo, you know.
Did you guys see that fucking recent Joe Biden thing?
No.
So
Dude,
Joe Biden,
yes.
so Joe Biden was giving a speech.
Hold on, I need a White Claw.
Which flavor?
Whatever you get, bro. So anyways.
So Joe Biden's giving a speech, and he's just like, I forget exactly how it went, but he was just like, so I mean, yeah, you can go, there's poor kids, and then there's white kids. And then he like realized what he said, and he's like, and then there's Asian kids. And
not as white kids. Yeah.
Starts trying to go through all
Wow.
these ethnicities, and he's like, you could just tell like he realized he fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just like referencing some
Fucking
Yeah,
Exactly.
it was something along the lines of poor kids have it just as something. It was something really bad. I forget the quote, but it wasn't good.
Poor kids are just as good as white kids, or something like that.
Yeah, or
That's
no,
crazy.
poor kids have just as good a chance of succeeding as white kids.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wasn't everybody was like in love with Joe Biden like after Obama left the office, right? Is that
after?
Well,
Right,
no,
right.
yeah, no, it was
he was
because,
like a meme?
It was
almost.
because right before the election, his kid had died. His son had got a brain tumor or something and died. So I think a lot of people were
trying
like
to cheer him up
sympathizing.
and shit.
And the
That's
rest of
crazy.
his family, isn't the rest of his family dead? I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Hopefully,
Fair.
yeah, but that's why he didn't run last time.
He still can't run? Oh.
No, he can
Sitting
run.
somewhere, huh? You guys remember when 9/11 happened and fucking George Bush was like reading the story to those kids? Did he finish reading that story?
I think he got a little bit more through it. He was trying to play it off, and then someone's like, "No, I think we can, actually have to go."
You gotta do something now. He's like, but I gotta find out what happened to the body.
Pollywogs are coming down the bog, and the children aren't gonna know what's gonna happen.
They're gonna have two tragedies on their hands.
Yeah, man.
Bruh, Joe
crazy.
Biden's had a fucked up life. So his wife and his daughter died in a car crash,
Oh, really?
and then his son died from cancer. I think he has one son left.
Did somebody
I'm
text
not
you that?
sure. Yeah, somebody just texted me and just said, you know that Joe Biden.
Hey, Joe Biden.
Like,
Take it easy on Joe
I can
Biden,
hear you
bro.
talking shit, dude.
Yeah. Didn't he like rope some people or something? Didn't he?
Oh yeah, he's
There's all
like
those
super fucked up
clips
shit.
of him being all creepy.
Yeah.
and shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
George
most
Bush
politicians. Yeah, I think most politicians you probably shouldn't try to make feel better because I'm sure they got something going on that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about politicians.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's so funny though.
How old were you when 9/11 happened?
I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
It was 5th grade for sure.
What was that like?
I think it was like a week after sex ed.
Still
Yeah.
reeling.
I was still reeling from sex ed. No, I woke up and then like I was getting ready for school
Mhm.
and the news was on and that was happening on the news.
Yeah,
My mom was getting.
I think that's
Yeah.
similar.
My
My
mom was
story.
getting ready, and I knocked on the door, and I'm like, "Hey, Mom, someone blew up the World Trade Center." And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Someone blew up the World Trade Center." And she says, "No, that's just a rerun," because it happened in 1992. Someone blew
really?
up the World Trade Center, yeah,
Whoa,
or tried to
crazy.
blow up the World Trade Center. Their bombs went off. People died in 1992 at the World Trade Center.
No, the
So
news
she's-
is rerun.
So she's like, "No, it's just a rerun."
Slow news day.
Yeah.
Neil.
Yeah, but then I saw the Pentagon got hit, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, Mom, someone blew up the Pentagon," and then that's when she was like, "What the fuck?" And so that's when she freaked out, and then we saw what happened, and then I went to
Yeah.
school. I think we had like an early day or something. Like,
Oh, nice.
yeah, we didn't learn anything. They brought in the TV. They were like, "This is probably something you guys are gonna probably want to remember."
Right, yeah. You know, these children.
This might be important later on. So here's
You know,
the
you might be
news.
on a podcast someday, and you should be able to talk.
And
about
then
it.
I think the second tower crashed as I was walking home because some old guy came out of his house and was like, "The tower fell!" Or something, or one of the
Nice.
towers crashed and I was on
Yeah.
my way home and someone's like, "The tower fell." I'm like, "How'd the tower fall?" And that's how I got into 9/11 conspiracy.
Dude, it's deep, man.
How
Super
did the
deep. Did you
towers
seriously
fall?
get into it?
Yeah.
When I was like 18, 19, yeah, I was
Did a lot of
into
research and
9/11. I was into a lot of conspiracy for maybe just like a year or two,
Okay.
and I kind of like grew out of it.
Which is a long time, like a year or two in human years to conspiracy
in
years.
Conspiracy years,
Yeah, it's like almost
forever.
dog years, dude.
Yeah, it felt like
one
it, man.
conspiracy year is like 7 years.
I got all the way into the Anunnaki, like.
Oh yeah,
fucking,
dude, it takes you down a rabbit hole. Yeah, I remember.
I got out of it before the flat Earth got big.
Oh god, can you imagine, dude?
I think
I was driving down the highway and there's graffiti on this new highway that they're building, and it was like really cool graffiti, and then next to it somebody wrote "flat Earth" like really big. I was like, hell yeah!
I actually know a flat earther.
Yeah?
A guy who I went to elementary school
Like
with.
legitimately, like he really.
I went to
flat?
elementary school with. I went to his wedding. Like I'm like great friends with this guy. Or
Yeah.
was not because of flat Earth, just because now I don't hang out. It was because of life.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now because of flat Earth.
Also,
Oh,
it adds
dude,
to
it's
it.
so bad,
Yeah.
man. But I got into it with him, and I tried to debate it with him, and it turns out it's just a religious thing. Which I didn't
What?
know at first. Yeah, it's
I
all
didn't know
based
that.
on. Yeah, it's
That's
all
stupid.
religious based. Yeah, it's all like based
Flat
on
Earthers, please watch my
biblical,
podcast.
like, and then because when I started getting into like science about it, and then he just was like, well, it turned into God did it. And I'm
Right,
like,
yeah.
oh well, I can't argue with that.
Can't explain that. Yeah.
You win.
I guess
The old
yeah.
God defense.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus.
No, dude. So I had fucking. I forgot where I was gonna go with this. Fucking flat Earth.
See, there was a flat Earth forum that
I remember.
we were fucking Brian McNulty.
Is that the Facebook group?
Yeah, the Facebook.
No, he's a person.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I'm in it.
Fucking, we tried to troll that shit so hard. I made a fucking GoFundMe link and put it in the Flat Earth group, and I was just like, "Yo, so we're trying to fund a research an ad campaign to bring better awareness to Flat Earth society.
Yeah.
We need people to know about it, so we just need to donate to it."
Yeah.
And I donated $5 to it just to kind of get the ball rolling and see if people would start donating.
Did it work?
Nah, nobody donated jack shit.
Flat
Fucking-
Earthers are very stingy, bro.
Bruh, 2 months later, I got a notification in my bank, and it was
Black
like,
cherry one's
"Go
pretty
fund
good.
me
It tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Flat Earth awareness." And I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" Like getting that that bank deposit because they gave me my money back. I was like,
Nice.
"Go fund me Flat Earth awareness." Oh, that's that one time I tried to troll the Flat Earthers. Okay,
Fucking trolled yourself, dude.
yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Nobody gave shit.
No, you know what I'm scared about? Like, okay, so when we were kids, there was shit that was like on the internet or like going around that you're like, huh, that's kind of crazy. That kind of might be true.
Yeah.
It worries me to think that, like, I'm going to have a kid someday and they're going to be like, you know, there's a lot of flat earth stuff out there. I know you're saying that it's not true, but I mean, these people make it sound like it could be true. And then you're like it's almost like it is like fighting religion, you know? Because you're like, no, it's not. There was no fucking Easter,
Right.
stupid.
It's
You know,
the
like
fake-
shit like that, right? Like, could you imagine your kid is just dumb? like,
It's the actual fake
but they're
news.
dumb, but they have persistence. you
yeah,
know?
they just like so sure about it because
Yeah.
that sucks, dude.
Oh
Well, dude,
man.
because fake news is so easy to propagate. It's just
Right.
like, okay, so I want to tell you that vaccines don't work. I'm going to give you all of these articles that like bullet point it and say this is why my bullshit side of it is actually legitimately
Right.
legitimate. I am not, as somebody who understands that vaccines work, I am not going to I'm not going to go find actual medical studies and link you medical studies. Like,
No.
so it's so easy for you to go and post like this fucking website and just be like, oh yeah, so look at this, look at this, look at this.
Right, yeah.
And fucking for me to actually dispute it, like,
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, dude,
It's crazy, but it's crazy because these people have to have smarts in some sense because
Right.
they are going out and they're finding these inconsistencies with like the science behind
Right, and they're
vaccines
definitely
or whatever.
capitalizing on that, you know,
But
because
it's like,
because
that
they
doesn't
have the
mean
time to
your
find that
physicians,
shit.
right? It's like if they
Right.
put their energy to something good, they could probably like actually
Cure cancer. or
the
something.
shitty thing is, like,
just a bunch of anti-vaxxers curing cancer.
Hey, you know what? We decided.
You know how we were against vaccines? Well, we accidentally kind of came up with this vaccine.
Yeah, it's almost a South Park episode.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's great.
we cure cancer, but it's definitely not a vaccine.
It's a pill for sure.
Dude,
Shit.
and the shitty thing is, like, they think that they're doing something good for their kid.
Most of them, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but there's definitely a couple that are like, oh, I'm just gonna get.
Yeah,
some money off of
my
this
my
bullshit.
flat Earth friend's an
Oh, seriously?
anti-vaxxer too. He has 3 kids,
Oh,
all fucking
cool.
they're about to be
R.I.P.
smallpoxed out real
Bro.
quick.
Shit.
Dude, fucking like
Well, I mean,
ancient
AIDS
diseases
are
are coming
full
back.
life.
Like, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Oh, now with the global warming, which is a myth, that's like
The sun's not
they've
real.
been like finding all these like ancient viruses that are like getting like melted up from the glaciers and
Jeez,
shit that
dude.
have been like just dormant for 10,000
Sucks to not be
years.
vaxxed.
Bro.
Dude.
Super Measles just like, hey, yo, what's up, bud?
You know what's funny too? It's like we're flat earthers and we're anti-vaxxers, so let's take a trip to the edge of the earth. Just be susceptible to all these brand new.
Bro.
Yeah, man, that's
Oh,
crazy.
God.
It's almost like a form of like natural selection
Yeah.
through the internet.
Except they're gonna win.
Are they like? I mean, if they get killed by this, well, their kids are gonna follow the fight.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, at least there won't be another generation of them.
Dude, he's super against the Illuminati too. Like he's
Oh, really?
like hardcore fights the Illuminati, but
Shit.
they're not real. So I
Yeah.
don't, it must be hard.
Every day he's like,
Oh god damn it.
George Bush.
I think that's the one that got me out of conspiracies was
The Illuminati?
one because I got into it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it turned into like when I kept going deeper, it was like devil worshippers, all this stuff, and I looked into the actual history of the Illuminati, and it wasn't like anything based on that at all.
It was like an alumni type.
Yeah,
shit.
it was like just like scientists and stuff that were like
Uh-huh.
kind of just trying to like have a group where they can share their ideas like
Kinda
away
sounds
from
like
the
to
church.
me like they
kind
got
of
to
thing.
you, Neil.
Dude. I mean, all this
Wow.
fucking success I've been having. I'm not saying it's the
We could get on any show.
ILUMMINNIATTTI. I think I spelled
But
that
it
right.
might be
It might be.
the.
Yeah, true, true.
I'm not going to do it.
And that's the British
yeah.
part of you. That's why we won the colonies, Andre.
God damn it. We were fighting 3 wars at once.
Oh shit, that's true. Isn't that weird how like America just like learns their history through the lens of only America?
Bro, I didn't know
I never thought
about the
about that.
American Civil War until I moved here.
Oh really?
Yes, they didn't.
I think that's the one that I think we went over the most.
I mean, not the
though, in
American-
school.
okay.
Yeah.
The American independence.
Honestly.
That one,
yeah,
no,
the-
nothing.
The American Revolution, I didn't learn about that in England.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's going
I
on?
didn't learn about that. Like,
Okay.
I moved here and they were just like, yo, like, people, like,
1776 happened, and then we made
Yeah.
more tea or something.
I moved here and they started teaching me and they were just like, oh, yeah, so at one point, you know, like, England owned America. And I'm like, that never happened. We never lost a war.
I'm from there. And
Yeah, like,
yeah.
I've never heard of this. I'm like from there. Like,
Right.
I don't
You
know
think
if
I
that
would
actually
know.
happened.
They're sending letters home. We think your son might have a problem.
But yeah, they just never told us about that.
That's
little-
crazy,
that little
shit.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are like the Nazis of your day.
Yeah, like,
Yeah?
we just don't
Yeah,
talk about
that's
that.
crazy.
We're kind of the Nazis of today. If you think about
Yeah, we
it.
just don't talk about that.
We're kind of Naziing up ISIS or whatever that's going on over
Naziing
there.
up ISIS. And all those queers out there Naziing up ISIS.
Yeah.
I want to go pee real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh shit!
I think we can actually call it there, dude. It's been about an hour.
All right.
You want to call it there? You want to plug anything before we go?
No, I don't have anything to plug except
Neil's in a band. He's in Lago. Check him
Yeah,
out.
go
He's
ahead.
currently got to take a piss. But, yeah, White Claw's not that great, I guess.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Do all my plugs.
Yeah, meme it
I
up.
have that one, though.
Lago. Done. All right, bye, guys.